Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. And off we go from East Rutherford. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. On the ground, here's Dylan Sampson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
It's second and 8.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That one thrown behind his target. It'll be incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Giants.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 5.
Viking 18.
A give, it's Sampson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Giants first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up second and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 7.
Go. 70 Timberwolves.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, second and goal.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. 6.
They'll look to throw again. Forced out wide. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone. And incomplete.
It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Throwing here on third and goal. That's caught. It's Dylan Sampson. And he's in. Dylan Sampson. Touchdown, New York. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Down. Set.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Short throw caught by Ferguson. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do. He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Giants come up with it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it'll be second down.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Back to the air once more on second down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Huh.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot. keep this drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 33.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10. Back to the air one more time. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's Sampson. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get fourth and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This one from 43 yards away. Little's kick is good. And the Giants will extend to a 10-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for three, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Black, 95. Set, cut.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
Cowboys, first down. A gain of 14. First down.
Ready. Cut.
Now, faking the give. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Here we go.
To throw is Lance. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10.
20, ready?
Throwing, Lance. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this first quarter will come to an end. One quarter in the books. It's the Giants leading this one early. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. And this is as good as you could possibly get. It's out of bounds, and it's marked right at the 1-yard line. Well done. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Throwing again from his own end zone. And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
On the ground, it's Simpson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If that was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with that.
No chance to get away. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ready.
Back to throw. Pass complete to Neighbors. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain
defensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
On first down, here's Sampson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Cougar 19.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And they'll take it down to the 22, but they've got it. That's enough for the first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Catch left side is made by Higgins. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
At the 8-yard line.
Tag. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Get up.
They'll run with Sampson. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Come on, go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He pulls it in around the 5.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Sampson. And no signal. Didn't look like he got there. He did not. And now the tension mounts. 4th and goal. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. Dylan Sampson, touchdown, New York. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Cut, cut.
Here's Lance. Quick throw. That's complete on the slant. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
Pretty curious decision there, Mike, to go quarterback sneak on second down. It's typically something that we see on third and fourth down. But in this case, the play caller wanted to convert this first down. Don't leave anything to chance, and he's able to get a fresh set of downs.
Yellow. Cut, cut.
Lance. It's into the hands of Jaden Blue. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down. Cowboys.
A gain of 12. First down.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw, here's Lance. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Ready?
They run over center with Williams. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yards.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Oh, ball in the wind. What a throw. He drops it in there. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. He's got his big tight end, Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. His 4th TD grab of the season.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
No problem there on the extra point. Cowboys are back in this one. It's 17-7. 7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. Now return coming from the 7. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, yeah. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Williams, the ball carrier. Jalen Carter on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now
Here's second and 6.
at the 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
Lance looking to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve.
He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
It might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
They'll look to throw. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that second down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Throwing now on 3rd and long, and that is incomplete.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. But I also can't hold it on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast and the ball falls incomplete.
61-yard attempt.
That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. So, after the field goal, back out is little to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. They'll try the right side with Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Now Lance. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
You know, for the good corners, Mike, they all share this certain mentality, right? It's bring it on. I want the best. I want the ball thrown in my direction. So anytime they get a chance to break up a play and silence an opposing offense, but man, when they get a chance to take one away and get their hands on it, that is what they look for.
And the tackle is made at about the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
Sack! 70 Timberwolves.
Now they'll set up to throw. Moving outside the pocket. This one caught just past the pylon. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Giants. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, You don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
This is hot. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
Ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
You can feel the frustration starting to build, can't you? It's in their body language. It's how they're getting in and out of the huddle. There's no tempo. There's no energy. Somebody needs to get that huddle, look them in the face and say, hey, guys, we can either sleepwalk through the rest of this game and lose, or somebody be the jump start that we need to really find our rhythm and time.
Ready up.
Third down. They need 5.
Third and 5.
Out of the gun. He'll throw. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. Going to be 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive. Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession, and that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down, give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
He did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Giants, first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Now, faking the give, moving left. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and
that one taken in. Touchdown, New York.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone, because as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Giants 35, Cowboys 7. Cam Little to kick off.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll go with Williams. Finding room at the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Ready?
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10.
Down. 60 reps. Set.
It's another run here for Williams. This time the sliding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So, from 37, here's second and 9.
Cut. 10. Set.
To throw is Lance. That's going to be incomplete. Humphrey, very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
You know, it's really surprising to see him, of all people, let that one go. You just don't see him drop many balls. I mean, really, regardless of the circumstance. So, yes, there was contact. Yes, they timed it up perfectly, but typically that's a ball he's able to hold on to. I just don't like the look of this passing game. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the third quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue. And I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
Here we go.
On the handoff, this is Sampson. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Shamar James there on the stop.
At the 28-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9.
Stephanie! 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
He'll look to throw. Now here comes the screen to Sampson. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get to man, and it's no gain.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
He'll get that out wide to Sampson, and it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. The Cowboys have it. He works free. Right side. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he's going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And, Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
And this is caught. So an 8-point swing. What a turn here. The fumble return for touchdown, and they tack on 2 more for good measure. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
Let's go.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. The outside caught by Neighbors. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He'll drop to throw. Roundly taken in by Sampson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 18 yards on the connection. First down, Giants.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 5.
Cowboy 80.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. That's good for a Giants first down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
1st and 10.
His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
Ready? Liking 18.
To the ground, a first down run. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Back to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Little now following touchdown, out to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
Let's go. Ready.
Williams gets it on the draw. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
That's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
And he's very close to a first down, out of bounds right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And he is going to have a Cowboys first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
Mike, I think the way we've seen the NFL going these past couple years is I think all these quarterbacks, they love when the call comes in for the sideline for quarterback sneak. Hey, coach, put the game on my shoulders. With this offensive line, I'm going to pick up this first down. And that's exactly what they did.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Come on, set. Set.
Here's Lance. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Body his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
He dives, and what a catch for the first down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
Intercepted. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready? Go! Ready,
They'll begin here on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He was brought down by Trevin Wallace. A gain of 2 brings up
From
second
31,
and 8.
here is second and 8.
Yard line.
ready! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go!
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
From the 43, here's second down and 9.
70! Liking 18! Get up!
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 6.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This is hot. He got the connection to Collins. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Up the middle they go. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Set up. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready?
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Check go.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This about as short as you can get. So it's a win for the Men in Blue. The Giants get it done and make that a 5th straight victory as they're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week.